it's Anthony Brody for LearnTechGuy.com. As I mentioned in one of my previous blogs, I know nothing about photography as well as videography, so I just kind of fly by the seat of my pants here, as you can tell. So I thought, well, my local college, Fleming College, is offering a photography course. It's an intro to photography. It basically allows you to take your equipment into the course, and they'll go through all the menus and all the settings and tell you what it means and what settings you should use and why you should use them, which are all questions I don't know the answers to. So I thought before I take my first course, which is coming up in a couple of weeks, I will do a little vlog about what equipment I have and what equipment I'm going to be learning about. So I've gone through this a bit in my vlogging equipment, but I'm going to talk specifically about the camera equipment now. So I'm shooting right now this video on my Canon EOS Rebel SL2. Okay, so it's an entry-level camera. I bought it at Costco. It was somewhere around $650, and it came with a lens. And the lens it came with was an 18mm to 55mm EF-S. I believe it's EFS lens. This camera fits both the EF and the EF-S lenses, which I'm going to be learning more about, what that means and what the difference is, and it's all about the mounting ring, where you mount them. So this is an example of a EFS lens. This is a 24mm Canon lens. I just got this lens for Christmas. It mounts, it has a little white square. I don't know if the camera will pick that up. A little white square, that's where you mount it on the mounting ring and twist it on. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. So I have my camera will hold EF and EFS lenses. The difference between an EF lens and an EFS lens, I believe, is A, the mounting point, B, I think the EFS lens gives you like a full, like a 35mm, you know, the old film cameras, that sort of frame, and the EFS lens is the full frame. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, because as I said, this is just stuff I've tried to pick up, but I don't, I'm not 100% on, and I'm hoping to learn more about. So I got the camera, came with this 18mm to 55mm EFS lens. It's called a kit lens, I assume because it comes as part of your camera kit. So it's a good lens. I'm shooting with that lens right now. I had that lens, I used it for a while, and then I went and I was talking to a fellow I know that does photography fairly well on an amateur level, and he was telling me, oh, you need to get, if you want to shoot general photography, you should get a 50mm lens as your next lens. They call them the Nifty 50, and that's the general lens that you use when you just want to shoot photography when you're out and about. So that was the next lens I got. This one is an EF lens, and I don't know if the camera will pick that up. It has the sort of the red little circle. That's where I mounted onto the point, the mounting ring on the body of the camera. That was the first lens I bought in addition to having the kit lens that came with my camera. I like this lens. I've shot video with it. I've shot photos with it. It takes nice photos. It allows you to do that. And again, in the comments, correct me if I'm wrong, the bloom in the background or foreground if you're taking a picture of something. So if I'm taking a picture of a close-up of a flower, it allows me to bloom that background really nicely with this 50mm lens. So I have a 50mm lens, and then because I'm involved in football, and I thought it might be nice to have a really, really long lens, because the longest lens I had was a 55mm, and then I had this 50mm. I bought this lens, and this is a 55mm to 250mm EFS lens. So it obviously, I don't know if you can see that, gets super big. So it's like a, really you can zoom quite far. So if I was taking pictures on a sports field where I want to get something across the field, this might be the lens I choose. I haven't used it a lot yet. Hoping to learn more about it. and figure out what's the best settings for this type of lens and when you would use it. I bought it, I believe it's a refurbished lens. I've taken a few pictures with it, nothing really serious yet. And then, as I mentioned at the top of the video, I have this 24mm EFS lens I just got for Christmas. Haven't used this one a lot yet, but I've heard it's also a nice photography lens, and I'm hoping to learn when it's appropriate to use this kind of lens. And if you would use any of these lenses for video, that would make a difference versus the kit lens. So that's where I'm at with lenses and equipment. I do have a shotgun style mic I've talked about in my vlog and blog as well, that you can go, I'll put the link in the description below. You can go and check that out to find out what brand that is. But I'm hoping to be able to take better photos, learn more about the settings of my camera. One of the reasons I picked this camera is it has a really good autofocus. It works really well, and it's quiet. So if you're shooting vlogs, that's something that you're looking for. So one thing I should note with all of these lenses, some of them have the autofocus, manual focus switch on the side of the lens. All of them have that, and some of them have a stabilizer. So this has a stabilizer on it where I can switch it on and it stabilizes the picture coming through the lens. You know, so if you have a handshake or whatever, it tries to take that out. Some of them have both. The 24mm just has autofocus, manual focus, and so does the 50mm. But the kit lens, the 18mm to 55mm kit lens that came with my camera, as well as this telephoto lens, both have the stabilizer as a little toggle switch you can put on to stabilize the images when you're taking images. So we're hoping the next vlog in this series of green amateur, not even photography, we'll be able to tell you a bit more about settings, and I'm hoping these vlogs will help people like me who have no idea what they're doing when they're taking pictures. I know what I like, I know what I want it to look like, I have no idea what settings to use to get it to where I like. So I'm hoping it'll help the average Jane and average Joe just take nicer photos in layman's terms, and it'll help me provide better content. So until we get into the course, which was happening in a couple weeks, we'll leave it here, and we'll pick it up, hopefully knowing a bit more about the settings and menus on my Canon EOS Rebel SL2 camera. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.